Proteus. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Just setting up a couple of things. Shouldn't be too long. Checking all the platforms, checking the audio, checking the video, doing the usuals. I think we look alright. Yeah, be able to start any second now. Might just do one quick check over on the YouTube. Yeah, things look good there. Alright, all good, no worries. That's what we're here for. Okay. Let's do a thing. Okay, welcome one and all. Let's spin the camera around. How's it going? How you all doing? It's been a while since my last live stream. Took a break. I've been a little under the weather. Bedridden. Greetings. How do I say your name? Yunu? Oh, hello. Yeah, and I also swore to myself that I wouldn't do a bonus live stream until I had uploaded a YouTube video. I tend to get carried away with my live streams, not making any content for the YouTube. So yeah. My usual streaming day is Friday. Today is a S2. Eunice. Yiggity? Yeah? Alright, thank you. I will try to remember that. I think a feature I would like to submit to the Moblin team is a nickname for usernames. Because I've had someone pop into my chat before who had a completely different name from the username. Let's say the username is hello, my name is Jeff. So that's the username. But they popped into chat and say, oh hey Cliff, it is Bob here. So unless that person keeps coming into my chat, I'm just not going to remember. Then I'm going to feel pretty stink when they do pop in and say, hey Cliff, remember me? And I'm like, yes. As you guys know, I've got the worst of memories, and I do my best to remember usernames. What you guys would like me to call you, but I think that would be really handy because the TTS often gets usernames wrong anyway. But yeah, if I could, like, let's say Eunice, I could put like a nickname for you in Moblin, and then I read out your username as Eunice. So I hear that and I go, oh hey Eunice, how's it going? How are you doing? It's been a while, you know? You do something like that. It's a feature that I remember seeing on a different TTS thing, but it was web only, no good for mobile or IRL, because web only stuff only works while your app is open. So as soon as you close or turn off the screen, then that's it. But it was such a cool feature. You could go and add nicknames for everybody. But let's say most people, you know, generally they don't need a nickname, but you could specify specific users, give them a nickname, and then it would read that out in the TTS. Cheers! Cheers. So I want to welcome everyone who is on all the platforms. I am multi-streaming to Twitch, Kick and YouTube. Minute, hello, how's it going? How are you doing? Thank you, I will try. Yeah, I love streaming and connecting with you guys, talking about IRL, talking about whatever. And yeah, it's been a bit hard for me not to stream, but I had to force myself to say, Cliff, you cannot live stream until you have uploaded a video. So I've been working on one, finally uploaded it and set it to members first today. So if you happen to be a YouTube member, I've got 2 YouTube members. That is Masingo2141, and also we've got Cellular. So they'll have early access to the video. Oh, I think it's also from silver level up. I've got 3 levels of YouTube membership. So it's just like a little bonus for people who become a member over there. Alright, let's have a look. Huge benefit of Moblin is they're providing SRTLA for Kick than other mobile streaming apps, right? Well, the way that I'm using, or the way I've got my setup is I'm going from Moblin SRTLA back to my computer at home, and then my computer is sending that as RTMP to Kick. So Kick, the protocol that they accept is RTMP-S, and in OBS I can set the platforms to whatever. I'm using two ways of multi-streaming on my home computer. In OBS I have Restream, which I use for Twitch and YouTube, and YouTube being the key thing there because it's such a difficult platform to try and stream to reliably, and the only way I've found that they can do that so far is Restream. And I've tried lots of other plugins and stuff, and then I've also got a OBS plugin called RTMP Output, which I'm using for Kick. So it gives me multiple platforms. But yeah, the main thing is getting a signal from your mobile device, this case being my iPhone, back to computer at home. And SRTLA is a great platform that protocol for that. Okay. Cody and Eric, how's it going? So Twitch have changed their TOS about having chat from other platforms on the screen. In what way? How have they changed it? Is it's okay or it's a nah? So the way that I'm doing is based on what I've heard from Nutty. So I should check out one of his latest videos because it's an ongoing thing for him. Just can't show that as an icon from Kick. Oh, okay. From what you understand. Yeah, paste it, check out the terms and conditions on whatever platforms you're streaming to, because if you want to play by the rules, then try and keep up to date on that because they're often changing their rules and stuff. Chris, hello, how's it going? Just scroll back a little bit. SRTLA, Twitch. Am I using the new SRT? And that was from iPlay and SD. I'm not sure what you mean. So I am using SRTLA, and because I'm streaming from, I'm using the action into my iPhone, Moblin, and then from Moblin, it's SRTLA to Belabox Cloud. And with SRTLA, that gives you bonding. So I am currently bonding today. I have changed. Don't quote me. Okay. Yep. So, yeah, the way that I'm bonding today is I've got a SIM card in the iPhone. So normally I have it in my portable hotspot, which is the Nighthawk M2, but I took it out of that and put it into the iPhone. So iPhone has a SIM card in, and the S23 Ultra has a SIM card in it. The iPhone is connected to the S23 via Wi-Fi. So when you do that, it's like the base level bonding with a phone. Then the app will give you the bonding. So that's what you can do with IRL Pro. But the great thing about Moblin is you can bond more than 2 connections. I only have 2, so I can't do more than that. But it's there. Okay, with Belabox you could do SRTLA with Moblin on Kick. Really? Oh, you're asking? Well, Kick itself supports RTMP. I believe that's the only protocol that they accept. So usually you have to go through something first, SRTLA, mobile device like a phone, Belabox, Orange Pi. Go from that SRTLA to a middleman service, what I call them. So that could be your home computer, it could be OBS in the cloud, and from there it goes to the platform like Kick, Twitch, YouTube. So they all support RTMP. Kick in particular, they support RTMP-S, which has a little more security behind it. Whereas Twitch, I believe it's just RTMP. YouTube, they support another protocol, which I don't recall off the top of my head. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe if it's going through something else on the Belabox side, but interesting. Chris would know that. Kick login should be live in the next few days, Pog? Oh, really? Nice. Okay, so Chris has recently got himself a MacBook Pro or something. So he's able to code for Moblin. So he's one of the many folks who are contributing to the project. And he's been working on integrating Kick into the chat features of Moblin. So at the moment, like most live streaming apps, they support Twitch because Twitch has a great, very simple, open, I guess, chat system, which makes it easy for third-party developers to work with it. Whereas YouTube, I think they've done their own thing when it comes to live streaming. That's both for the video and the chat and everything. And then Kick is similar to Twitch, but they don't have as much stuff there yet, like a full API that third-party app developers can work with. But people have been able to jerry-rig, I guess, a way to get similar functionality to what Twitch has. And I'm sure over time, when they develop it further, then it'll just get better and better. But yeah, that's really cool because I've seen some snapshots that Chris has been sharing on the Moblin Discord, and pretty cool stuff. So you'll be able to log in, and then you'll be able to send messages either to all the platforms, maybe specifically to Twitch, or maybe specifically to Kick. So if you got someone on Kick who's messaging, say hello, and you want to send a message to Kick, or maybe I think even replies, then that ability will be in an upcoming release of Moblin. So pretty cool stuff. Alright, seems to know more than me. Okay, cool. Well, there's some pretty clued up folks there. Keep an eye on what's happening across the board, all the platforms and things. So yeah, thanks for sharing. But of course, yeah, you want to look into that yourself. On your test flight Moblin, well, I am using test flight Moblin, correct. It's under debug, wrist. iPlay, okay. Oh, new SRT, and it's wrist. Okay. So I've been trying to keep tabs on what's happening on the Moblin Discord and some of the discussions that are happening, like at wrist, or maybe it's one of the different protocols. I believe there was a protocol that was more catered towards security cameras. I'm not sure if that was the one. I have to look into it. Yeah, something to explore. Some exciting stuff from the beta for Streamable. Oh, really? Did some IRL streamings this past weekend. Sweet. Great to hear that, Sharpness. Spent 3 days at a convention shooting some cosplay live. Oh, really? Nice. Bot actions as well. Ban timeout. Sweet. Yeah, that's cool. So one thing as a streamer that's really important for us is being able to know what's happening on the platforms. So what Moblin has done has been great. So you can see the messages, but I guess until that version comes out, you don't really know what was happening. Whether someone had what do you call it? followed, or you know, the alerts that you want to see integrate a chat like this. So some of those features are there. I think it's the chat part that we're looking forward to. Yeah, but that's really good. So ideally, one day in the future, you'll just have everything in Moblin chat. You know, it'll be all the platforms, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, that it supports, and then you'll be able to see all those alerts and things there. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. So I did mention earlier that I have a video which is uploaded to the YouTube channel. It'll be available for everyone next Friday. So you got a little bit of a wait, unless you want to become a member from the silver level up. But of course, you know, if you're strapped for funds, don't worry about it. That video will be available for everyone on the Friday. And it's kind of serves multiple purposes. So it covers a little bit of my trip to Seoul, where I've been, but it's been about two months since my last video. And also what I carry with me in my bag. So that's the title of the video, what's in my bag. And I have seen YouTube videos with that title, that topic, but not really about IRL live streaming. So you might have like a, let's see, IRL backpack video, but you know, I don't really have an IRL backpack, not really. So what's in my bag is more me. And my kit has basically been the same for the last couple of months. And I remember when I was in Seoul, I had people asking me, oh Cliff, can you do a breakdown of all your gear? And I've kind of talked about it in my lives, but haven't really shared it in a video. So I think the last gear video that I did for the YouTube was Pokemon Go gameplay setup, which involved two phones. So one phone down here, another phone up here, on a gimbal. I still think that's, at least for me, the kind of Pokemon Go streams I did, it's my preferred setup. So if I was to do one, I'd want to do that. But unfortunately, I can't really do that anymore. Not that specific setup, because it involved a combination of IRL Pro as the streaming camera and a different app, maybe IRL Link on this phone. So IRL Pro stopped working for me a couple of months ago. It gets stuck on bonding for some reason. It says that I have no internet or I've got a VPN, none of which is the case for my Samsung. And when that happened, it sort of forced me to using Moblin, which has been a blessing, really, because I've really been enjoying what was coming out of Moblin. But it's coming from the platform I consider it more reliable. So I built it into Moblin. Nice one, Chris. IRL Link versus Stream Buddy. Which do I prefer? Well, I like that IRL Link is free, where Stream Buddy is, I guess, freemium. So most of the features are for free. But if you wanted to integrate YouTube, then I think there was a monthly cost for that. And I can understand why they would have that cost, because then they can afford more of a coder. You know, that's why I think StreamerBot has had so many problems. They keep running out of coder. The more people that use it, more people that do API calls and things to YouTube, and then it just runs out. So that was like one of my issues with StreamerBot and YouTube. But it was so reliable and fast. Whenever something happened on YouTube, I'd get it straight away. Whereas Moblin have taken a different approach to it, which is with the video ID in order to retrieve chat messages. It's good. I think I can still miss messages. But yeah, I like the setup that I'm using right now. It's just one phone. Like I can do everything just on this one running Moblin. So I can read the chat, I can hear the chat, I can control the screen, I can do everything with it, which is really cool. Okay. If it's coming from the platform, okay, I read that one. Isn't OBS pull the SRT? and convert it to RTMP so you can send it to Kick, and that converting will be SRTLA quality. Okay, so let's see. Now with SRTLA, it's based on SRT, so that was the main protocol, and then SRTLA builds upon it. But what it does is it streamlines what you would send from your mobile device, like a phone or with a Belabox, to somewhere else. So that receiver would be, let's say, your home computer. Because mobile streaming can be really fickle, it's unreliable, and the older technology, which would be, let's say, H.264, which is your codec, and then your protocol, which would be RTMP, they're quite heavy. You need really good speeds in order to maintain a stream with that combination. So some folks came out with SRT, and let's say SRT and SRTLA, in order to reduce the size of what's sent from your phone to the receiver. And also there's a little more two-way communication between the sender and the receiver. So that was the goal, and I'm sure there are other protocols, other combinations that improve upon SRT, but let's just simplify it. RTMP, old school, SRT, new school, even though it's actually been around for quite a while. Yeah, so you want to go for H.265. It's a little more processor heavy, but a lot of new devices now, phones, computers, that can handle H.265. Like my iPhone 11 can, and it's going back a few years. And then SRT. So that combination from here back to my computer home, easier. So you don't need as much bandwidth in order to send that. And then one of the benefits of SRTLA is that you can bond multiple connections. So normally with a phone stream you could only send, like, use your cellular data, whereas with bonding you can combine cellular with your Wi-Fi from another device like a phone. See, I've got two connections here, SIM card in the iPhone, SIM card in the S23 Ultra. So bond those two together, and then that'll improve upload speeds. It can only do so much though. Let's see, which one do you prefer? So as a content creator, I preferred IRL Link because it's available on both platforms. I think StreamBuddy might be as well, but there are things that I really liked about IRL Link. It reminded me a lot of IRL Chat, which is an older app that I was a real big fan of. And in StreamBuddy I played around with, but I think at the time when I first tried it out, it was just on maybe Android. Let's see, and Zax, how's it going? How are you doing? Interesting username there. StreamBuddy 100% from Chris. Okay, nice. With the Belabox service too. Eunice. Yeah, okay. Chris, yes, OBS receives an SRT stream and then send it out over RTMP. Yeah, so you go SRTLA from your phone, say Moblin, or from your Belabox, Orange Pi 5 Plus, either one of those, SRTLA, back to your computer at home. Your computer receives that video broadcast from your mobile device, and then it re-encodes it to RTMP for the platforms. After converting, it's going to still be H.265. So RTMP requires H.264. Yeah, so the receiver, let's say Kick, they require that combination, H.264 and RTMP-S for them. Whereas with SRT, you can use H.264 or 5 and SRT. Sometimes I've found if I'm getting a lot of grey screen, I'll switch from H.265 to H.264, and then the signal can be a bit better, because H.264 is a little more forgiving, whereas when you start getting glitches with H.265, it can be pretty bad. But for the most part, I use H.265. Soon. I like all these replies. Should I share what I'm looking at? Okay. Let's see. So we want to... Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah. So what we're looking at is a video player. This is from Kick because I found that it will play continuously and won't stop, whereas some of the other video players like YouTube and Twitch won't. They will play for a little bit and then they'll stop working. So I find it really helpful to be able to monitor the stream, even though it can throw me off sometimes. And then we've got the chat quick button in order to be able to scroll up and down chat, and you'll be able to see replies, people replying to each other, which is a fairly new feature. I think it's either 2005 or 2006. So on Moblin, we're currently at version 26.2006, I think, 0.0. Test flight is 26.2007, which is the version that I have. And soon we'll have more Kick chat integration in there. So very exciting. Something I need to do, because I don't have B-roll for a lot of stuff for my YouTube channel. So I need to show you what I'm looking at, because I don't think I've done it. Actually, this might be new for a few folks too. Okay. Now let me figure it out. Okay, so I need to do a picture-in-picture. So picture-in-picture with the Action 4 and the back camera of the iPhone. So I'm going to turn off the screen share. So vertical screen share, we'll turn that off. And then we've got our orientation for the phone set to portrait mode. It works really great when you've got an external camera like the Action 4. But when switching to the iPhone, I need to change the orientation to portrait, not portrait, to landscape. Now let's see if we can get a horizontal screen share, maybe? No. So screen widgets and okay, so switch to back camera. Okay, alright. So, I can't hear the preview. It stopped playing for me as soon as I switched to the scene inside of Moblin. Now, I'm just going to see if I can find our horizontal. Okay, so those are on top of each other. Right. Alright, we have 3 scenes down the bottom right corner. If you're looking at the screen share, we've got A4, back and front. We're currently on the back scene, which is also the back wide camera for the iPhone. And then I'm just going to turn off our screen share and then bring back our picture-in-picture with 2 cameras. So we have the primary big camera view, which is the iPhone back camera, and the small one in the corner that is from the Action 4. Now what we're looking at is the Action 4 on the Telesin Power Grip, or rechargeable selfie stick from Telesin. I'm just going to rotate a little bit. Now we are delayed between the 2 cameras. I haven't synced them up, so yeah, there'll be a little bit of delay. I'll be able to see that we've got the Action 4 plugged into this power grip, which includes power. So power from here, got 10,000 mAh of power in this battery bank, supplying it to the Action 4. So the Action 4 has I think a 1750 mAh battery in it. So 10,000 will give it lots and lots of battery life all day. And you can get up to around 2.5 hours of battery with the internal battery bank. And when I have that set up, I usually have to recharge every 60 to 90 minutes. So it can be annoying if you're doing a stream of, let's say, 4 to 5 hours, and you have to sort of regularly plug into a power bank like the Anchor that I have on my back. Whereas with this, you don't really have to think about it. And it's really nice because I actually extend this up. See, it does extend higher, up to 90 centimeters. So I can get pretty tall. And as you raise it up, this little cable stays in place. So you don't have any dangling cable coming out of your bag or anything like that. The shape of this, I'm not really a fan of. I wish it was cylindrical, like let's say my Insta360 selfie stick that I have. But I think in terms of what it can do, I mean, it's really, really great. It's really nice not to have to worry about power when you got this. Hey, fancy, yeah. So I bought this for the Seoul trip. So I was thinking, you know, there could be like whole day streams I want to do. And, you know, I did alternate between using this and using the Insta360. I'll show you. I got it with me in my bag. So here's Insta360. Has a little button in the bottom, so you can open it up. So if I'm going to do a short stream, I will just use this, or the little mini tripod that I also have in my bag. Where is it? Little mini tripod, where are you? Yeah. So that one I keep in my bag. Let's turn this around. Hello. Yeah, I keep this one in my bag because it's so small. That one I bring with me, or this one, so I alternate between either one of these. So that one, if it's a short stream, let's say 2 hours, 3 hours, I can just use the internal battery of the Action 4. But if I think I'm going to do like a pretty long stream, 5 hours or longer, then I'll use this one here. Now, the thing with this one is I've got to break it up into little multiple parts. So I've got to remove the feet, also take the Action 4 off the top in order for it to fit in my bag. So it's kind of clunky in their way, but when I think about the benefit of not having to worry about, you know, having to plug in the Action 4 every hour or so, and it's just really nice, and it's still small enough that I can sort of hold it, carry it around with me, you know. And this one here, this one will fit in my bag if I fold it up. This part does stick out the end, but otherwise it's pretty decent. And then when I use this little mini tripod, this on the Action 4 will actually fit in my bag without having to take anything off, whereas with the Insta360 I do have to take off the Action 4. So both of these I have to pull it apart. So Action 4 off of this, the Telesin, and also the feet, so I've got to separate all these 1, 2, 3 parts. And when I use the Insta360 it's 2 parts, Action 4 and the Insta360. So I break those 2 off, the Action 4 goes in the bag, and then these sort of sit on the top of my bag. And then with this it just stays in one piece. So Action 4 and the little mini tripod that just fits in my bag as one thing. So that is like the most convenient option I've found out of these. But then also, because this is really short, it doesn't extend very high, I have to put it on a table like this, or have a really low angle if it's on a seat beside me, and not all places have a seat, which is why I really like these taller ones. I just wish that these would fit in my bag as one piece. And yeah, I think eventually we'll get something that has this ability of being able to charge the Action 4, maybe a 5000 mAh battery bank, but will actually fit in my bag. So it'd be a lot smaller and not so weird looking. But the main thing for years of years, you don't see how weird this little tripod or this power grip looks, and then from this angle it actually looks pretty decent. Okay, from that side looks pretty decent. Anyway, let's go back to the Action 4. Hello, and then my preview should start working again. Got a chance to talk with Mitzi. He did a little bit of a deep dive on your stream and some good ideas for SEP. Awesome. Yeah, go check out Midmap4D. He's a bit of a tinkerer like myself. We love sharing what we've learned from our experiences of live streaming. And I wish I had done more what's in my bag videos. I think I mentioned that in the video. As my gear has changed so much over the years I've been doing this. So you're picking up a Zhiyun quick release plate he's got. Okay, quick idea. So 180 degrees swap. Alright, so what I've got is an older quick release system. I don't know if they're selling it anymore, but this mount called Go Quick 2, it is meant for action cameras. It's not meant for a phone. Quicker, hello, thank you for the follow. And what I like about it is it's really cheap. All the accessories are like pennies. Oh, well, not that cheap, but you know, they're a lot cheaper than the more sturdy, larger quick release mounts for, let's say, a mirrorless camera. So those can be quite costly, at least here, around 50 New Zealand dollars each. So if you need a whole bunch of them, then it's going to set you back a bit. Whereas the accessory kit for this can be about $12 to $20, something like that. So cheap as. Hey Ricky, all the goodies. Well, better watch out. I know, right? I know. Can't like. I want all the goodies too. I want all of them. So you look at it too. I like things are a bit more robust. Ah, nice one. Yeah. Good friend of the channel, DJ Reminisce, has some pretty cool quick release mounts. They were sort of in that range, around 40 to 50 New Zealand dollars. But I really like the way they work. I say, ooh. Like this one requires a button press and a twist. So yeah, when I have the chest mount, you guys might see that, you know, often we go for a bit of a ride as I take the Action 4 off the chest mount onto, let's say, the little mini tripod like this one. Oh yeah, by the way, so there is the height of the mini tripod. I'm not sure if you can see that. So it's a little baby, whereas this one here, a lot taller. I think this might be, is this 90 centimeters? Might be 1.2 meters or 120. So I can put that on the ground and it'll be eye line with me. So really handy if I'm seated and there's no table. And then the Telesin is 90 centimeters. So you just got the S9 today. Ooh, sweet. DJi Action for DJi. Yes. I can't. Hello. I am really happy with this purchase. I got it a couple months ago. I can't see myself going back to using my phone's cameras. I love the look of the Action 4. It can do up to a field of view of 155 degrees. That's how wide it can be. Get a little fisheye-ish, but you can change it to what I'm using now, which is standard Dewarp with HorizonBalancing. So that combination, I like the stabilization of the Action 4 and the field of view you have. So it's quite wide, but not too wide. I don't know what they mean. A good old decimal system. So much easier to figure out, you know, the height, length of something. Okay, yeah. So this little mini tripod stays in my bag, and the Insta360 I take with me, but it depends. So if I short stream or long stream, I will bring this with me. Otherwise, I will bring the so this one can just go straight in the middle pocket of my bag, and then this one just sits on the top, or if I'm using the Telesin like today, it would sit on the top. But yeah, because the feet are built into this, I don't have to take the feet off, unlike the Telesin, which I do. See, and that's what I meant by the top of this Insta360 sticking out of the bag. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Too bad like that. Very nice. So you have the Osmo Poco 3. Sweet. I think we'll tilt it up a little bit. That should be better. If the Action 4 would have been a better choice. Wow. Good question. The 4 is waterproof, so you don't really have to worry about water getting into it, unless you have like what I have, and that's the power port side open, so I can recharge the Action 4. But if you keep that all sealed, then you'll be safer with the gear. Whereas I've heard Pocket 3 not waterproof, and a couple of folks on YouTube that I follow have actually gone through a couple of them because water got into it. I'm hoping with the next version of the Pocket it's going to be waterproof, because that's scary. I think I live in a country that rains a lot, so yeah, I don't think I'd be able to take it out with me without being super paranoid about it. But great thing about the Pocket is the optical image stabilization, which the Action 4 definitely doesn't have. And what that means is when you're in low light, you won't see, well, I'll say as much ghosting as you would have with Action 4. the Action 4 has to rely on image or digital stabilization. So as soon as you start running out of light, the stabilization starts to fall apart. And then you'll notice it in the background. Lights, they'll start to look fuzzy. It won't be as clean as a Pocket 3. So that's a real big benefit. Also, it can focus, which the Action 4 can't. So if I was to hold something up close to the Action 4, there's no autofocus on it. But I mean, I think those are the main ones I can think of. Live in the desert. Oh well, lucky you. Utah, USA. Well, there we go. You don't have to worry about rain then. Maybe overheating. Maybe with that. Yeah, very handy. Oh, what about sand? Sand getting into the gear. But I'm going to assume you've probably owned it for a while and you haven't had to worry about it. Let's check the chat here. I'll bring back our screen share too. Okay, screen share should be there. And those are my widgets. So I turn them on and off depending on which ones I am using, which ones I need. I need to plug in the iPhone. I notice the battery looking a bit low. I don't have to worry about the Action 4 because it's already plugged into the Telesin, so we're good there. I got my trusty lanyard here and my iPhone, so whenever I need to be hands-free when I'm walking around, I have it on a lanyard. And then our power cable, which you can plug into the iPhone, keep it charged. I also need to do a plug-unplug trick. There we go, iPhone is now charging. Oh, Trader Heartbeat, hello. It's very nice here, but I think New Zealand has a beat. In what way? I mean weather? Well, I don't know. It gets quite cold down under land. You'll be able to see it in one of the corners. I think this corner. Let's see. Do I have... Oh, I don't have one for weather. I should add one. Okay, so I'm going to create a predefined message. This is a new feature which should be available for everyone in the latest version of Moblin. So it's a predefined message. Currently, default is hello chat, but we're going to change that to weather. So rather than having to type weather out, I've got it as a predefined message instead, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it should be red. Add a filter there so we can so our predefined messages filtered by the rose icon. And then if I press send for weather, that should tell us what our weather is. 12.2 degrees Celsius, 54 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny in Auckland. Okay. Node.js. Wait. Oh yeah, I read that one. You've been working on a Node.js OBS overlay. Pretty cool. Yeah, I've got Node.js installed on my computer, but I forgot what I needed it for. I needed it for one of my disconnect protection apps. I'm not sure if it's the one I'm currently using, which is LoopSRT. Very cool, very cool. It shows a Belabox relay with bitrate. Oh, nice. And a round trip time. Got it. I am HPX. Hello, how are you doing? I see you prefer the chest mount for the Action 4. I do have it. I think it's great for the e-scooter when I do one of those live streams. And when I'm walking around, if I want to be hands-free. So let's say I'm doing a photography stream. Got the Fuji camera. I want to take a photo, ideally with two hands. That way I can, you know, adjust the focus, adjust the settings and things with both hands. Then I'll have the chest mount. Actually, I don't mention that in my latest YouTube video. I probably should have. It's a part of my kit. Because of the backpack IRL stream and because of the backpack mount. Okay. Always push the camera slightly to the side. I've found, like I've got a clip, so it tends to slip. Maybe it's just not meant for this bag. And sometimes you see more of a swaying motion as well if it's on one side, like your shoulder. And I've noticed in other people's streams that you sometimes catch the nose and mouth off to the side of the camera, and I just find that kind of odd. I don't want people looking up my nose. For me, I'm saying for me. So whatever works for you, good on you. Push the camera slightly to the side. Gotta get on your level. Are you on Wi-Fi or mobile? I'm using both. So today I have a SIM card in the iPhone. I don't always have a SIM card in this. And I've also got a SIM card in my S23 Ultra, which is a mobile hotspot. So I have this in my pocket. All it's doing is supplying internet via Wi-Fi to the iPhone. It's also my backup if I need to control the stream. For the most part, I can do everything with the iPhone and Moblin. Asking because you're outside. I am in a city. The internet is actually pretty decent, especially in this area I've found. Although it can be fickle sometimes. So most part great, but then there have been times where not great. So that's something that I recommend to streamers. Just find out those areas that have really good internet and try and stick to them. If there's an area with bad internet and you've been there a couple of times, it's like, ugh, then avoid them. You can also do speed tests to get an idea of what the speeds are like. Get an average by doing about two or three speed tests. You haven't touched any JavaScript in over a year. Okay. Burnout grip. Yeah. Notice it? Oh, yeah. Tried the Action phone, pretty low light. It's pretty awful. Yeah, I mean, you can mitigate that with a gimbal. So there are gimbals for action cameras. If you've got like a phone gimbal, you can convert them to be used with an Action 4. And I've got like a little adapter thing for the Action 4 that I've tried on Osmo 6 and the Hohem iSteady V3, and I found it works pretty good when you combine the two. So you got the digital stabilization in the Action 4 plus the gimbal, then it's like pretty good, but not as good as a Pocket 3 I found. Pocket 3 is so small too. Hey, why too much charging? I don't. Did my cable come loose? One moment. Oh yeah, there we go. Charging again. I think our cable might have come loose. Okay, let's see. I want to see. Yeah. I don't know about it. Nice. But also, I found there are times when I have the chest mount, it often gets in the way of this bag. So this bag going crossbody, which I love the style of bag for my gear. But you know, I'm often trying to work around that chest mount being in the same spot, because you know I might have a microphone there as well. So when you got a backpack, it clears up this area. So there are times when, yeah, still sort of figuring things out, you know. What to use? Usually just mobile streams from iPhone, but I thought about using a hotspot to power stream from OBS. Ah, hold on. Ricky. Yes, I usually just to mobile stream from the iPhone, okay, but have thought about using hotspot to power stream from OBS. I am not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, not sure. Might have to elaborate a little bit. MediaTek, how are you doing? Does Auckland have free Wi-Fi in the city? There are places we can get free Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. There are places. I'll have a look, see if there's anything here. Well, great thing about New Zealand is we have unlimited mobile internet. Okay, let's look. Wi-Fi. I don't see anything, not in this area. And you'd think this space would have free Wi-Fi, but I'm a little iffy about free Wi-Fi anyway. You don't know who's listening in, you know? Maybe perhaps by the train station. Yeah, I don't see anything. Especially since I have such good mobile internet. Oh, I think I need to sort out my cable here. It stopped charging again. Okay. Are we good now? Got a little green icon. For now. That was it. I had the stabilization on. I found when I have the gimbo. What's with my English today? So when I had the Action 4 with the little adapter thing on the Hohem iSteady V3 gimbal, I turned off the stabilization, but it was still a little shaky. But when I turned on the stabilization, it was better. So that combination did a little bit better at low light than no gimbal. But I just found it easier just to use the Action 4 with a selfie stick, so I just do that. So even if it is a little shaky in low light, but yeah, basically as long as you got lots of light daytime, put the Action 4 on a selfie stick or something like what I've got today, the Telesin Power Grip, then you know it's going to be good for most of the time. And if it does get into low light, you could sit down somewhere. As long as the Action isn't moving, like it like now, then it'll be great, regardless of how much or little light you have. I think my settings are dialed in enough so that it's okay in low light. You don't completely lose the stabilization, and it looks alright. Look, yeah. Ricky, sorry, I just used the mobile YT app to stream vertical on mobile. Okay. But I thought about using mobile phone data to use as a hotspot for your computer and stream through OBS. So do you mean your computer is on you, or your computer is at home, like what I'm doing? So I send my stream from my iPhone and the Moblin app back to my computer at home, and then that streams to the platforms. Because I've done a mobile stream with a computer, and that was a demonstration of a live streaming camera I was playing with called the iCoco on air. It was a lot of fun. So you're good. How I'm better now. I was so sick last week. I was bedridden. I could feel it coming on too. It was one of those sicknesses where I was editing my latest video, which is available for members only on YouTube. So I was editing, and then went, oh, I don't feel good. And just like minutes after that, I was sick. So some of my flatmates have been calling it man flu. Not man flu. I refuse that term. I refuse it. Any other person would have died. They'd be a goner. They'd be kicking the can. They kick the can. What other terms are there? No, it was pretty bad. That'd be an ex-parrot. That's a Monty Python reference. Let's see. What a place. Free Wi-Fi. Crazy. Like, what are you doing? Correct. I usually don't, though. But it also pieces. Okay. Yeah, so I've got a YouTube channel where I cover my setup. In fact, let's see. I've got a series of videos that I'm working on now. So there's a video which is available for YouTube members, but it'll be open to everybody next week. And in that one, I describe what's in my bag. And today, I wanted to bring a version of that gear, but we're using the Telesin Power Grip that I have now. So I really need to show you what's in my bag. And actually demonstrate that, yes, this is actually what's in my bag, rather than me putting a video together and say, oh yeah, this is what's in my bag, but then it's not really in my bag. So yeah, I wanted to do a live stream. As the kids say, I gamer G2G. Too bad. Hey, all good. Hey, no worries. And thanks for tuning in, Ricky. Hope to see you next time. If you have to head out, if you want to lurk, that's all good as well. What is G2G? Got to go, right? I'm trying to remember off memory. Old man memory I have. Okay, let's go for a little walk. Go for a walk around the cloud with the setup. I just want to remind you. Oh, hold on. Can I do a snapshot? I think I do a snapshot with the back camera, right? Got to go, thank you. Okay, let's try it. Waddles away into the... nice. Okay, alright. Masingo, how's it going? How are you doing, Masingo? Got the blame cliff. What are you blaming me for this time? What have you done? What have you done, Masingo? Okay, so we'll try photo. Bam. Oh. Okay. What you got? What have I got? Nothing new, although maybe it might be new for you, because I've got so many little bits and bobs. But I'm sure you've seen this, and it is the Telesin Power Grip. I don't actually have any B-roll on it, so that's why I wanted to sort of highlight it today. But basically it gives you all-day power for an Action 4. Okay, let's switch to the back camera. Yeah, bobs and bits. Bobs and bits, that's it. Also, I'll turn off our, let's see, A4 view. So let's try a snapshot. Bobs and bits. Did that work? Oh, oops. I didn't have the widget open. Okay, let's try it again. Try a different angle. So chat. Using a chat quick button, and then predefined messages. Open snapshot. There we go. That did work. Alright, sweet. Gonna switch back to the A4. Hi guys. So that is a feature that is available in Moblin 26.2006, which is the latest version in the App Store. That was one of my little contributions. I asked as a feature request if they could add that in there. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring the screen share back. Open, start broadcast. Okay, got our screen share there, sweet. Been sharing batteries lately? Really? What for? Stream it? I didn't notice that because I popped into your stream and go, huh? Hold on, 5 hours? 5 hour live stream? Because usually your streams are pretty short and sweet, eh? Like an hour or so? Well, hopefully you're having fun. It's working out. Have you noticed any difference in viewer numbers with the longer stream? Maybe people, 10 hours? Hey, 10 hours? Wow. Might as well just do a 24-hour live stream. 24 hours of Pokemon Go. Driving around Sydney. Wow. You're getting up to mid-mat levels there. It could probably be doable, eh? 3 25,000 mAh batteries to 0. And one of them down to 63%. That was 10 hours. Wow, you got all those phones, eh? You got the Bella, right? What are you rocking? I think we have to point to this shoulder. Just trying to figure out which direction the camera should be pointed. That was a no phones. What are you powering? Okay, phones ran off the car. What's taking that much power? Okay, let's go for a little walk. Need to warm up a bit. 2 cam. Oh, okay. So that'd be camera on the roof, right? 2 Bellas, 2 modems. Got it. Okay. Yeah. You got the pocket. So the pocket, 1 on the roof, and the 2 Bellas and 2 modems. Got some Angus guy over there. How about the IRL box? Have you tried that? I haven't. So Belabox for sure. I think it wasn't quite mature enough for me to jump into it. From what I recall. Our good friend Midmath4D has. He's more daring than I am. I like something to be a little more mature for me to play around with it. I'm also trying to avoid not installing too many things. Numbers have been good. Oh, great. That's good. This week is a big pogo week. Yeah. See all the raids and all the things happening. Getting lots of notifications. Pretty cool. Yeah. I've been trying to keep tabs on it. You may wait as well. Yeah, last I heard, and that was a while ago, they were still in like an alpha. They may have moved beyond that, maybe beta. And I believe it was free, but it won't always be. I mean, I'm pretty happy with Belabox. So the great thing about Belabox Cloud as a service is you can use it with a Belabox, or you can use it with the phone, using the same details. So you don't need to sign up to two things. Whereas I don't know what the case is with IRL Box. I think it's just one of those. But they're wanting to be competitive. They should be trying to at least replicate what Belabox can do, and maybe go above and beyond that. Oh yeah, I think I saw that. I might have been in that stream. Yeah, he had huge numbers. That's awesome. Oh right, okay, cool. And 73 average. Woohoo! Good, that means you got some repeat viewers coming back from maybe that big one. Yeah, I had a big raid from good friend, Ray in the City, sent me something like 200 viewers my way. I don't want anyone sending me that many viewers. Ray, don't do it again, please. Because my streams are so chill. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. I do appreciate that. And of course, appreciate Ray. Appreciate you. Yesterday was... Oh, yeah, read that one. Saturday 65, Sunday 44. 108 in view average despite OPS restarted. Oh, 8. Okay, that's awesome. Good for you. Glad it's working out. You got very entertaining streams. Got a lot going on. Got the music playing, got the gameplay, Got Streets of Sydney. Holy moly, that's a lot of streaming. Wonder what that translates to ad revenue. Gonna be rolling in the pennies. Big payout soon. I'll leave it there. Pogo Arena. Oh yeah, fantastic. That's good. Pogo community is really strong on Twitch. All supporting each other. I don't think I can play Pogo with my current setup. Look, play and stream it. I need a stronger iPhone. And I got rid of IRL hosting. I couldn't really afford that service anymore. So what would I do? Oh yeah, I know. So I would send 2 separate streams. One from IRL Pro, which is a bust. That stopped working for me. And then I'd have a separate stream from the iPhone as RTMP back to my computer at home. So because that used IRL hosting, that's a no-go too. So the only way I can do Pogo gameplay is if I do everything on my iPhone, which is a lot. And last couple of streams hasn't handled it very well. So I do plan on getting a Pro Max at some point. Have minimal ads. Oh, nice. The category has been dead while I've been live. Oh, really? Smart SRT relays if you need. Oh, extras. Oh yeah, you got a couple more. Eh? Have you got something like 5? 5 relays now? So the problem is, I don't have a way of sharing from my Android. So the way that I would screen share Pogo gameplay was the iPhone. Because iPhone, I can do it in a couple of ways. And one of them is with Moblin, so I can screen share with that SRT out, so great. But then I don't have a camera. So yeah, so if I minimize what I'm doing with the iPhone, then I can't use Moblin then. So Moblin with screen sharing is quite a bit. I don't know, I'm going to have to figure out, based on what I have, what I can do. Yeah, at the moment I'm doing everything through the iPhone and S23 Ultra. So Moblin is what I'm using to live stream, and it's also my TTS app, chat app. I've got the Action 4 video going into Moblin, so it's doing quite a lot. But as soon as I add gameplay onto that, that's when things start struggling. How's our iPhone doing? Temperature okay, got a white fire icon there, so it's okay. It's also quite frosty. Let's pick this up. The Telesin Power Grip, which does extend, which I showed you a little bit earlier. So it's extended now. Here, one more solid iPhone. Oh wow, how many do you have? Are you all iPhone, Masingo? Make sure I haven't left any day. Keep losing things. I'll get one soonish when they release the next model. Yeah, prices will go down. I'll have a look see. I want to get a 15 Pro Max and up, But I have to wait for the price to come way down. It's cold. But it's okay. It's fine at the moment. It's not too bad. Recontracting. Get the newest. Ah, sweet. I don't know if they still do that. I don't think they do that anymore. Yeah. So that's what I was able to do with my iPhone 11 actually. I was able to get it like they did the whole trade thing. So I got a discount for my old one, and then I could pay off monthly for the iPhone. It was what, $1,600 when I got the iPhone 11. Still hanging in there. Will become a stream phone. Okay. Yeah, in the sun it's nice and warm. It's got a frosty breeze, but it's not too bad. Ain't trading in. Oh yeah, that's the one. So I plan to hold on to my 11. That could be my support phone, because with Moblin you can actually have a kind of like a remote controller phone, and then your main one could be like in your bag with a cooler on and stuff. So there's some features that I can't do because I don't have two iPhones that I'm really interested in trying out when I do eventually get another one. Okay, let's try a screen share. So I'm going to spin this around. Going to point it back this way. Going to go into predefined messages. We'll try the command Moblin snapshot. So try that. Oh, I don't think I got the widget open. Let's have a look. Oh no, I do. Whoops, I got two widgets. So let's turn this one off. I got a overlap. Take another. Snapshot. There you go. Looks good. Ah, sun's nice. So let's have a quick look at our Action 4, fully charged. So Telesin is doing its thing, keeping it charged for us. Don't have to worry about the battery. So we're completely wireless with the Action 4. Now we will get some interference as one of the trade-offs of the setup. Okay, try another photo. snapshot. Okay, let's see how far up we can get this extended. Oh, quite high. Okay, so that's fully extended. So, you know, and my arm is bent, so it's not hard for me to hold it like this. It gets hard when you start doing this sort of thing with your arm, get a wider look. But when your arm is bent, it's easy as. I don't know, what do you guys think about this? Is this too wide? We'll go up here somewhere and then I'll pop you down, have a better look at the gear. We'll use iPhone again to do that. So it feels good to get outside, eh? Been cooped up, basically self-isolated. Oh, maybe over here. For a good week or so. Yeah, pretty good now. I was just reading one of the signs here. Bit of Auckland history. It's quite weird when I look at some of these photos. They're not old, maybe like 100 years ago. A lot of Auckland city here was just grass, green. 100 years ago. How much city has changed. Hello. Solarbergs, welcome to the chat. How are you? Andy, hello as well. I wouldn't really hold my camera like this, not normally. We're just playing around with it. Yeah, usually have it a bit closer. Maybe more like that. I think that's a little more reasonable. There are times when I would do a crazy sort of angle with the setup. I could extend the Action 4 over the edge of a building, which is not something you would do with a phone, but you can with this. Thank you for the follow, appreciate you. Yeah, I'll show you what this setup looks like. I don't think I've got a clip of that. But yeah, I would take this with me to Seoul. This was one of the various kits I had with me for that trip. Very handy, yeah, if you're going to do a fairly long stream. So just go over that again. The Action 4 can last about 2.5 hours, up to that, with its internal battery. But I've found that I need to recharge it every 60 to 90 minutes to stay on top of the drain. Because if you forget and you run out of battery, that's it. Unless you've got some spares, that kind of thing. But with the Telesin and 10,000 mAh, you know, that would give you all day basically without having to worry about the battery. So some of my live streams on Seoul, I think one of my longest was about 7.5 hours. That would include the DMZ trip that we did, demilitarized zone between South and North Korea. So I wanted to be able to stream the whole thing, so the trip to the DMZ and also back again, and a little bit after, because we went somewhere, had some chicken, green chicken. That was one of the to-dos. Have to go get some fried green chicken food. So good. So good. Cliff? Not at all. I don't think it's common anywhere. So you're from Sweden. Oh, it is? Oh, it's quite uncommon. Okay. So you're wondering. Yeah, I don't think it's common. Yeah, it's not a common name. Not at all. Chris would be more common. Chris, Christian. Yeah, if you think of a variation of Cliff, that would probably be it. Lots of Chris's. But I would say, like, my name is Clifton. It's even rarer. But I've heard more Cliffords. So Clifford, Cliffs. I have not heard of another Clifton. But no one calls me by that. Everyone calls me Cliff. Friends, family, everybody. Cool, cool. Alright, I need to show you the gear, but we need to set up somewhere. Oh, maybe down there. Okay. This building behind me is called the Lighthouse. It's a regular spot we come to. This whole area is actually just so nice and chilling and relaxing around here. There's a large sculpture. It's a house, but no one lives in it. You guys see it? Oh, actually, that would make a good photo. So let's do a snapshot. Probably backlit, which is not good usually. Let me check. What do we think? How's our battery? Doesn't look too great. But let me try a different angle. Go this way. Is that better for light? Also need to wipe the lens. I see there's some particles on here, so don't mind me for a second. Hopefully it's a bit clearer. Good. Okay, so pointing at that shoulder. So we're going to unplug for a bit. Actually, I need to try and get this. Maybe that way. This one. Okay. Alright. Just need to get my composition. So we're going to unplug the power from my bag, and I'm going to detach the iPhone from the lanyard. Just going to pop it back on again. Also going to change up our view, so I need to turn off the screen share. And let's see, back camera. Oh yeah, as soon as I switch to the back camera, it turns off their preview. Okay, I think you guys can see. I wish the preview would keep playing. Let's see. So your message hasn't popped up for me inside of Moblin chat. I need to pop this down a little bit lower, and then we'll raise it up. How am I going to do that? Okay, so just sort of demonstrating the height of the Telesin Power Grip. Okay, alright, so I think we've demonstrated that. The height, well, this is only part of the height, but I can actually go taller. One moment, I'm just going to switch back to the Action 4. Let's see. Hello. And okay, cool. Can you reconnect to stream if you stop broadcasting using IRL Pro and 440? Yeah. All you do is just stop streaming it in one app. I'm currently using Moblin, and then your disconnect protection app will go to BRB. I am using Loop SRT, but let's say you're using No Alps or something else instead. It'll go to BRB. Then you switch to your other app, or iPhone, could be another iPhone, or could be Android. I would probably use Loop SRT. We can check testing, 1, 2, wait, 3. Check, check, test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are we back? So I just did a toggle of the DJi device in Moblin. I wanted to see if they would fix the audio, because it seemed, at least to me, through the preview, that we were glitching. And usually just that toggle will fix it. Turn on screen sharing. Okay, so you might be able to see in the lower part of my screen share we have a quick button for DJi devices, so this one here, and then if you just toggle the one that's A3, so toggle that off, back on again, might. What you tell, like, what's the like? RTMP is not good either. So RTMP, that's great. So I want 70% battery for the S23. Yeah, way better. Whoa, hold on. What's this 10 business for the RTMP server? Okay. So we're 69% cellular, 31% Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi should be better. So change the weighting. Let's see. So we're around 16% cellular of the iPhone versus 83% for the Wi-Fi. The S23 Ultra is a better phone when it comes to connectivity. That's a device. Has all the latest Bluetooth and everything. So that's where I want the weighting to be. So I'll try that. Numbers look happier. Okay, let's see, chicken chat. So yeah, I can do that. I have done it. switch from Belabox Cloud to port 40. Thing is, I would need to prep my computer if I wanted to go to port 40, because, and it differs for everyone, whether you've got VPNs, firewalls, all that sort of stuff. So there are things that I have to do with that in order for me to use port 40. Math bro. Nice. I haven't seen them in a while. Hey Corrupt, how you doing? How are you doing? So it doesn't have to stream going, huh? Hold on. So Jawoodsy. So it don't work for me. I have my streaming going but can't reconnect unless I stop. Yes. To stream if you stop broadcasting. Hold on. Can you reconnect to stream if you stop broadcast using IRL Pro and port 40? Okay, so let's assume that I'm just on one thing, port 40, and I was able to use IRL Pro. Yeah, I'm wondering if it always was like that for you, Jar, or if it is only a recent thing. Because I think there are some issues with IRL Pro, at least definitely on my end, because I can't even use it. I mentioned it earlier, but when I try and use IRL Pro, it says that I don't have internet, or maybe a VPN blocking bonding from working, and because of that error, I can't use IRL Pro. So yeah, don't even bother with it anymore. Haven't used IRL Pro since that started happening months ago. But good thing, Moblin's been great. Been loving it. But yeah. For example, if I was to end the stream, press that red button, then I would expect Loopy SRT to switch scenes for me and then come back once I start streaming again. So good, give that a go. Could try it out just to demonstrate that. And yeah, basically it'll do the same thing whether using port forwarding or Belabox Cloud. Moblin number 1. I agree. Yeah, the community around Moblin's been really awesome. A lot of folks contributing to it. A lot of excitement for new features and things. Like I think predefined messages is a really cool part of Moblin now. My little contribution. I didn't implement it, but I did suggest it, and Eric was able to do it so fast. I managed to tune into that live. I was dead. It was like 6-7 a.m. in the morning, and I hadn't gone to sleep yet. But I wanted to see it working. It's so cool seeing work as magic. Alright, let's do that. So let's demonstrate disconnect protection. I'm going to press the end button, and then we will resume. And then it should say OBS switch scenes for me, go to BRB, and then when I come back again, we'll come back to the scene. So this is something that I would actively do if, let's say, I needed to take a bathroom break. I say, hey guys, yeah, take a bathroom break. We'll go BRB for a little bit, and then we'll be right back. So this is what I do. Okay, so pressing the end button. I've been asked a few times why I don't use the YouTube, Twitch or default apps for IRL live streaming. The truth is, like anyone who's getting into IRL for the first time, I've already tried them, but over time I realized there were better options. There's some things they do which are nice, and I'll get into those, but also some really important stuff you're missing out on. What I hope to do with this video is save you the hundreds of hours I spent figuring this stuff out on my own. I'll share my thoughts. Welcome back everyone. Just waiting for my preview to catch up. Let's see. Did notice my little animation didn't work. I need to look into that. When we go to low bitrate, we're supposed to see my camera sort of shrink, then go to Mbps, and then sort of supposed to do that. Maybe it doesn't work like that when it's when I stop streaming. It actually needs a low bit rate to do that. Have to keep an eye on it, I guess. Okay, alright. That was City handling that for us. Now, I'd like to try Moblin's disconnect protection, but I think I'd need a Mac or an iPad to be able to function on the PC side. Yeah, maybe I can't, don't I? I remember giving it a go, maybe 6 months ago, that the functionality is persisting. Hey, oh, no, okay. Okay. Just gonna check our. That's okay. Alright, I think I need to plug you guys back in again. It's iPhone, back on the lanyard. Then plug in for power. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. It means it's going to start getting cold. It's kind of my cut-off point at the moment while we're in winter. Oh, one other feature I'm not sure you guys would have noticed is the chat didn't disappear on us. It's still there. I think that goes back a couple of versions. It's pretty new. Maybe 2004, 2003. We're currently at Moblin 26.2007 in test flight. A couple of versions ago, they added in the what's the word for it? Non-disappearing chat. It was kind of frustrating before that because I would have to. Maybe I'd go into settings, I think, and then exit back out of settings, and then the chat was gone. I would have heard a message. Oh, hold on, I need to read that. Come back to the chat window, and then all the messages are gone. So I was like, can you type that again, please? Let's go for a walk around the lighthouse. Can't go that way. think I can turn off the screen share too. The Action 4 is on a power grip. It's a rechargeable selfie stick from Telesin. I need to be able to switch cameras a bit easier. Okay, let's try back camera. Okay. I'm holding the phone sideways. Yeah, it extends up to 90 centimeters, which is tall enough to be seated alongside you. So there was a couple of times when I was in Seoul, I'd have public seats but no table. So if I was to put the Action 4 down and I was on a little mini tripod, you'd have some real unflattering angle like that, you know, a low angle. But with this, see, I can sit alongside so on a seat, and you're alongside me and what eye line. Let's try. So it stands pretty tall. Try it on the ground. So it's as tall as it goes. So it does look up a little bit. But just show from the side. Red. It is the Telesin Power Grip. That's one name for it. Local shops call it the rechargeable selfie stick from Telesin. So basically it has a 10,000 mAh battery bank in it. It is a selfie stick and I've added feet to it. But yeah, I really like that it has, I'm going to have to show this. Yeah, so do you see this little charging cable? It's actually built into the selfie stick. I wish it was like I had a port there instead. So if anything goes wrong with this, then you have to get the whole thing replaced. But yeah, this extends with the height of the tripod, so you got no loose cables, so that I really like, and keeps your action camera charged. So the battery in this is normally 1750 mAh, so 1750, but the 10,000, you know, you'd get so much more battery life out of the Action 4, and I can get about 2.5 hours of battery out of the Action 4. I got details on my YouTube live description if you did want to use my link. You see it. Okay, cool. I can imagine a future version of this, maybe with the 5000 mAh battery pack, cylindrical rather than the odd shape that it has. So little improvements, but I like what it does. And as a viewer, you don't really see what I see. As I look at this and think it's kind of ugly. But viewers don't know that. And I don't have to worry about battery life, which is the great thing about it. Whereas with this other selfie stick, I do need to plug in every 90 minutes, So this one here, I have to actively think about battery life, whereas I don't with the Telesin. Jackie, hello, how's it going? I see you there. Maybe it could be easy to add a USB-C port instead of a cable if it breaks. Nah, it's actually built in. It's a part of the Power Grip. There is no port. But maybe if you're tech savvy, you could chop it off. Maybe. But they do have another version of this, but the reviews I've seen online, they're not good. So it actually does have the feet built into it. It is 5000 mAh. I think the cable's still built into it and a similar height. But yeah, reviews I've seen online, they're not great for that particular model. So I'm hoping that someone will come out with a version of this that has those same things, but build quality's up there. Maybe Lindsay will do it. All good. Really nice to see you. Hey, well, thank you for tuning in. You learned a lot from my YouTube. Thank you. Which one? Is the one about streaming to Kick? That one's a pretty popular video. It may be my second most popular video. Streaming to Twitch and Kick. Yeah, that one. Cool. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for following. Assume you could add it with some sort of... Yeah, you probably could. You're quite tech savvy. Know what you're doing. You're and not just tech savvy, but what's the word? The hardware kind of tech savvy. Bit of soldering, that kind of thing. I'm terrible at that. I remember years ago you could buy soldering kits from a local store, and I bought one. I was overly enthusiastic. Yeah, ruined it. It did not go well. Stream on Kick only, that's the one. So I first learned about streaming to Twitch, and then based on that I was able to incorporate the channels. But yeah. So what? I wanted to make YouTube videos, but I wanted to practice being on camera first. So I said, maybe I should try the streaming thing out. And I was trying to find out where can you live stream to. Twitch was the first one that came up. I don't think Kick was around then. Yeah, it was Kick, at least for me, is pretty recent, pretty new. And there was a mass exodus from Twitch to Kick maybe a year ago. I think the more competition, the better, actually. I want to see these companies, everyone sort of trying to be the best, one up the other one. I wish there was more of that in the IRL space, especially for Android. For a little while there we had Larix and IRL Pro. Now we've got Moblin and IRL Pro, with Moblin taking a huge lead. Kick is new, yeah. And then I jumped on when I started hearing more and more folks saying, Cliff, can you stream to Kick, or I'd like to do this but for Kick. Oh, okay, well, I've got enough interest there, people asking about it, I need to do it, and then figure out how we're going to get alerts, notifications, do all those things. The best one will be the one that has the best API. Well, at the moment that's Twitch. a very open API, whereas the YouTube ones are very strict and a lot of barriers, a lot of rules with the YouTube API, and Kick is still pretty new. Ooh, okay. Well, there was that one that said, I think Eric brought it up on the Moblin Discord. I think the developer actually joined or something. Very curious. Unless it's a new one, a different one. Needs to catch up, and YouTube. Oh boy, lol. Oh yeah. I didn't think it was possible to stream to YouTube until what I've got now. Because one of the biggest issues I had was being able to stream there reliably, which I've been able to do with a combination of things. Main one being Restream. When I use that to stream, it works just like I would stream to Twitch. You know, you start and stop, none of this managed broadcast business. It's moving fast. Oh, it is the same, but okay. Well, I saw a screenshot of it on the Moblin Discord, and it did look a lot like Moblin. So it'll be interesting. Need to keep tabs on that. Well, IRL Pro is great, but I think they've been a bit quiet. Doesn't seem to be the same enthusiasm as when I first heard about it. IRL Pro, folks, come on, guys. I'm rooting for you guys. You stream to 3 platforms, no issue. Same. What are you using, Corrupt Cow? So the real tricky one is if you start a stream, stop, this is YouTube, and then you need to start up another one, let's say 5 minutes later. The way I tried to stream to YouTube before, it would not start up a second stream. It refused. Because I had what was an important live stream for me. We were saving up to do a live stream from Auckland Sky Tower. So I said, okay, this is going to be real cool, guys. Going to be able to take you up to Auckland Sky Tower. So a lot of viewers hadn't seen it. So I was streaming to, I don't know if I was streaming to Kick at that point. No, I think I was, yeah. So I had it set up so that I would stream to Twitch and YouTube using an RTMP plugin, I think, and then to Kick as well. Yeah, I've mentioned this story a few times, but I'd forgotten I'd left YouTube on unlisted, but I needed to change it to a public stream. And when I did that, so I'd stopped the stream in order to start up again with a public stream so everyone could see it. Nah, it wouldn't work. So I was always encountering issues like that. Whereas when I use Restream to do it, at every broadcast, it can either treat it as a scheduled, or you can choose it to create a new broadcast every stream, just like in for Twitch. And it doesn't modify OBS either. So OBS has the existing functionality of starting and stopping a stream. No managing of a broadcast, no pop-up in OBS when you need to stream to YouTube. So it's just start, stop. Yeah, so I don't need to open the YouTube studio or anything like that. I just start streaming in OBS and then stop streaming. Okay, it'll be easier to build a new app than to fix or add to IRL Pro. Probably. Yeah, I think there's a lot of limitations to using the existing code from Lyrics. One of the things that really impressed me about Moblin was that you could go into the settings without stopping the stream. Whereas every other app at that time, Lyrics, IRL Pro, you needed to stop streaming in order to go into the settings. And it's understandable there'll be certain things that you can't change, like once it's gone live you won't be able to change the codec or the protocol, but other things should be okay. And that's what Moblin gave you the ability to be able to do that. Go into the settings, change this and this. To me it's like, oh wow, why did these other guys do that? You have to stop streaming in order to do this or do that, all simple stuff. So use ATEM. I tried that, so that's what I was using at the time. I think I was using a combination of ATEM multi-stream and ATEM vertical. And the way they work, most of them, is you use a RTMP URL and stream key from YouTube, and I think that's the problem. Or I don't know, maybe it was the way that I was doing it or something like that, but it doesn't work the same way as YouTube, Twitch I mean. Start streaming, stop streaming. Start, stop, that's it. And I could get it to, so there was like a auto stop, I think. I forget. But I don't even need to think about that stuff with Restream. Can control via OBS Blade or something. So I use ATEM, but I would like a thing I can control via OBS Blade or something. You would like a thing? Oh, well, OBS Blade does work if you've got, so do you have, what do they call it? OBS remote control inside of OBS. So they give you a URL that you can pop into OBS Blade if you want to control OBS that way. Or you could use the one inside of Moblin. Like this one. See, so I use this a lot. Very handy if I want to see if I've remembered to start going live inside of Moblin. There's been a few times where I've forgotten. So I'll be able to look at this, see the current screen snapshot, and see if my Moblin stream is in there. There's been a few times I looked at it. Oh, oops, I'm not actually live. I'm using the chat commands to start streaming in OBS, but I haven't started streaming in Moblin. So if you've ever been to one of my streams and it's blank, nothing right at the beginning, is because I've forgotten to go live in Moblin. Silly me. But yeah, you can control OBS with this. See, what I do is I just have my machine open a new YouTube window. See, I don't need to do that either. And it starts auto. Yeah, so there's when I go live, I don't need to no YouTube studio window or anything. That's Restream. Go live, bam. Stop streaming, bam. So, I mean, all I really need to Restream for is YouTube, but it's nice that Restream will update the titles on 2 platforms. And then all I need to do is just copy that title and then paste it into the Kick dashboard. Automations, yeah. My integration with DJi was a killer feature. Yeah. I'd see all these features like RTMP server, DJi devices, SRTLA server. I mean, no one else is doing that. And I can't go back to using a phone camera after using an Action 4. I just really love the look out of it. Really wide, good colours. There are times when it'll be glitchy. That's where you could just switch back to using the phone. But I'm sure that'll get ironed out over time. Like to start all streams from there and not from ATEM. Okay. Need multi-stream plugin that supports WebSocket. You're making one over VPN access to stream PC. So it's not that. Oh, yeah, okay. I know someone who's hacked one together. Oh, wow. Any plans to travel again? I want to travel, but I have some bills I have to pay, some really big ones. I think the next trip will be Sydney. So as you guys may not know, I'm a bit of a BTS fan. Bangtan boys from South Korea. One of the reasons why we went to Seoul, because it was their military discharge for all members. Had lots of BTS related events and things. I didn't really cover that in my streams because, well, it's my first time in Seoul. I wanted to actually check out the place. So we did go check out Hype, which is the record label for BTS and other groups. So we did go to that building in Yongsan. What else? Yeah, went to some of the cafes across the road from the Hype building. But that group, they were going to do a world tour, like a proper world tour, and one of the stops was going to be Sydney. And it is rumoured or thought that they would want to do that world tour, proper world tour. So if they do that, I think it'll be next year. They will head to Sydney. So then, and go that way, across the ditch. Maybe meet up with Masango, play some Pokemon Go while we're over there. I've been to Sydney lots of times. Has some pancakes on the rocks. See the harbour. Sydney. Yeah. So it could be around March, April, around there. It's also not good because I'm trying to pay off my credit card, which got maxed out. The trip to Seoul was partly to blame. I really need to clear that off though, because the interest was killing me. And what else was there? I've got a business loan which I got out during COVID lockdowns, as my business was struggling during that time. So the government had these business loans that you could pay interest-free within a certain amount of time after lockdown. I did not do that. So I just left it. So when I could have been paying it interest-free, I didn't. And they suddenly started charging interest, I think, last month before. And boy, was that huge. So I said, okay, can't procrastinate on it anymore. I need to start paying that off. So yeah, I've got the two things I really need to sort out. But with that possible trip next year, I might charge it to the card again. No, interest. Well, it was to help businesses out during that time, where you couldn't do anything unless your business was online, 100%. Then, yeah, it was a lifesaver, that's for sure. But they offered that interest-free to pay off within, I think, 2-3 years or something, which I could have done. But I was always hoping that my business would turn around, do a bit better. Yeah, so I got a double whammy of bills I need to sort out. So credit card, which I want to focus on first, and then once I've done that, put the total focus on the business loan. Because the credit card's closer to paying off. Yeah, good old life stuff, good old life stuff. 35, what's 35k? Let's see, so I've got about 1,500 left to go on the credit card, but it's just the amount I can put to it. God, it's slow going. And the business loan is about 15 grand. But yeah, all the cool toys and things that I was buying before the trip, I have to put a stop to that now. Now, anything that I get from Amazon affiliate income, that will go towards toys. So, you know, if you use those links, they help out. So then I'll be able to get something. They're on special too. They went down from, I think, 500 New Zealand dollars to 350. I think it might still be on sale, but I can't buy another. No more cool fun things for a while. I know, right? What is my other business? It was online media, so websites, photography. Basically, I bundled everything up. So all my skills: video editing, videography, photography. I was doing well before lockdowns, and then just completely died after that. Well, of course, you know, of isolation and stuff. But I mean, I've been doing websites for a good long time. Don't want to show my age, but yeah, very, very long time, and I'm kind of past that now. I went from websites to photography because websites is mostly technical, coding, get some design stuff in there. But what I really like about photography is kind of combination. It's photography, creative and technical. So it's the combination of things I really liked about photography. Ooh, girl dropped her phone. Fortunately, it was okay. Mine for 278 Australian dollars. Yeah, that's cheap. Is that new? I know they had some really good deals over there. I think the lowest I heard was 320 AUD. So yeah, it's even better. So I got mine when it was 380 New Zealand dollars. Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's good. Crazy, eh? So when you think about those prices, DJi are really dominating. It's hard to sort of go, hey, I should get a GoPro instead. I will look on our local eBay. So we've got a service called Trade Me. I think it's a lot better than eBay. And people are charging so much for their old GoPros, like hundreds of dollars. Now I look at them and go, no thanks, I'll just go with DJi instead. Oh, Action 5, so it evens out. Okay. Yeah, I've heard nothing but issues with the 5 connectivity and such. So Cardi and Eric were talking about it. Whereas the 4 has been so good. It's been such a good camera. Reliable. Yeah, really good. No problems with it. I do like that the 5 has longer battery life. I think 3.5 hours. Longer battery life. It's supposedly better in low light. Although I don't think the scene skills. Their phone keeps falling down. Oh, it's a beta test for you guys. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, right. So you're an early adopter. Like Masingo is for the 360. Well, we know that it does support live streaming via USB. So it's there. We were all gutted when we found out that the 360 didn't support live streaming out of the box or at launch. So that'll come, I'm sure. Output is awesome, just no stabilization work? Well, no. Okay, that's a different problem from what I've heard. Like I heard it was all connectivity. If you try to connect it to a Belabox by USB, there were syncing issues like video to audio. Oh, 89. Big. Well, that many versions ahead, I would hope so. Let's see, how could they improve upon the 4, or let's say the 5? Well, be as reliable as the 4. I think if it could focus, like it's at short distances, or the minimum focusing distance isn't very good on the 4. So as soon as you hold something right up to the 4, then it doesn't look very good, it goes blurry. So if they could improve that, but also maintain how wide and how sharp it is out wide, you know. I think if they could add optical stabilization into the action cam, like a yeah, like the Sony cameras did. EIS unlocked, autofocus, yeah, like the Pocket 3. Well, I think that the Pocket 3 has a little too much. Like all it needs is a mode so if you hold something right up to it, then it'll be in focus. But you still want everything to be in focus that's out wide. Unlocked, autofocus. (1440p 60, 4K 60, or future streams). Ah, yeah. (4K 60). SRT. Wow. That would be pretty cool if they built that into it. I think it could handle it. Even now, the current cameras could. It's an app thing. Nice. Actually, it's more than an app thing. Not really, eh? So when you think about how the Action 4 works, it is RTMP from the Action 4 via Wi-Fi. So it's both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth functionality. So yeah, I guess it is the Action camera that's doing it. It already supports H.265. Yeah, add SRT in there. Yeah, so it's actually more than the Mimo app. So if they added in the Mimo app as well, but the camera supports it. Maybe there could be a reason to get the 7 next model. 5 or 6. I don't think they need to go for 8K. That was battery life. Oh, maybe there would be the version 9. But same for effect. Let's see. If we can get 3.5 hours out of the 5, let's say could they get to 6 hours? As if they could get to 6 hours, that would cover my streams. Yeah, and then you'd only need to plug in one time, right? But that sounds really wishful thinking. So perhaps it would be a small jump to 4 hours. 4 hours, 4.5. Just a little jump. That would need a bigger battery. Maybe it would be a 2,500 mAh, same size. And it would only be compatible with the new model, of course. So longer battery life. SRT would be great. But I think a big one really would be optical stabilization. If that sensor moved around inside the camera like the Sonys do, that'd be huge. And if it had a better minimum focusing distance. As in you wouldn't, like, you wouldn't really need a gimbal at all. You just use the action camera on something like what I've got it on. You know? Without any ghosting or anything like that. There you go, my 3 little small quests. 4.5 battery, 4.5 hours of battery, optical image stabilization, like the Sony cameras.
Have a good day tomorrow. I will see you on Friday.
What was the other one? I forgot what the other one was. The other one, and maybe if we could support up to 4 microphones. Oh, that's it. They could improve the wireless audio. They could have a Osmo Audio version 2 that gives it the range and reliability of using a receiver. When you use a receiver on a phone, you can get range of up to like 300 meters. Not really the case with Osmo Audio, like the Mic 2 that I've got connected directly to the Action 4. So if they can improve their connectivity there, use their own version of Bluetooth or something. Something that the HorizonBalancing M2S could do is really battled interference quite well and go behind buildings and things. And I was watching a YouTuber, a local actually, Richard Wong I think his name is, where he was demonstrating that what was a new mic at the time around Sylvia Park. He was going up and down escalators and things, line of sight-ish to his camera and his gear, and it didn't cut out at all. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. I think we're going to wrap up, guys. It's what, almost 6 o'clock. I can really feel how cold it is. Yeah, not fun. What was that? Okay, bye bye then. Alright, yeah, all good, no worries. Well, thank you, crowd, for hanging out for the bit of a chat there. Everyone else who was in chat, I'm going to open up our predefined messages. I've got a button for ending. Now, that blue section, these are chat commands that you would use for no-outs, but I've replicated them so they will function through StreamerBot and have a similar functionality to what no-outs would do, wrapping up the stream. So I'm going to use ending, exclamation mark ending there. So second from the bottom, that'll pop it into chat, and it's going to ask if we're ready to wrap up, and it'll wrap up naturally after about 90 seconds. So we've got the timer going, so it's telling us we've got 75 seconds to go. But yeah, it's a pretty good one. Really glad that I got that video done, uploaded. If you're a YouTube member or want to become a YouTube member, you'll be able to watch that video on the channel. It is What's in My Bag, and we've used one of the versions of what I took with me to Seoul, Telesin Power Grip Action 4. We had the Insta360 tripod, little mini tripod with us. Got the Anker 250 watt battery bank. Yeah, that's it. Got space for more in there as well. Anyway, I'm going to head out, guys. Thanks again. Hope you have a great rest of your week. See you Friday. Catch you around.